Hey legends, welcome to the vlog, and this is episode number 3 of Chasing the Physique. And in today's video I'm just going to run you guys through one of my workouts for the week, and that's the one I did today, which is a Friday. So it was Delton Arm, so a pretty fun session to do on a Friday, I must admit. And I trained with Tori here, and as you guys would have seen just in that first clip there, Friday is the day that I'm going to be getting my skin folds to check in with my coach to make sure we're all on track. And the body fat is getting a downward trend as we go throughout the next 15 to 20 weeks of prep. Still actually undecided on what show I'm going to do. A few decisions to make. I know I said in the first one that I'd picked a specific show, but I'm still a little unsure. So started off the session with barbell overhead press. We did 4 sets of 5 to 6 there. Ended up working up to about 60 kilos on that overhead press, and that was the first exercise. Second one, as you see Tori's doing here, is an incline dumbbell reverse fly. On this one we did 4 sets of 15, so all I'm thinking about when I'm doing this reverse fly is pulling my little fingers up to the roof. Okay, so retracting the scaps before I pull back and just controlling the movement. I like to keep the weight relatively light. I don't find any real need to go extremely heavy in weight, because as soon as I bump the weight up, that's when I start to use a little bit of momentum to lift it up and just lose that muscle-mind connection and the contraction on each rep. So using, I think it was 7 or 8 kilos here, and by the time we got to the 4th set, I was really starting to fatigue, and the readouts were pretty cooked. Then moved on to seated dumbbell lateral raises, as you're seeing here. What I've been doing with these is actually putting my thumb over the front of the dumbbell. I don't know if you can actually see in this clip, but I've got my thumb on the front of the dumbbell, and all I think about is pulling the dumbbells apart. So pulling the dumbbells apart to really activate that lateral part of the delt, and this was actually supersetted with a plate raise. So 4 sets of 15 of each, as you can see Tori doing here. And with the plate raise, a good cue that you can use to help increase the activation of the anterior delt, but also even your chest, is to tense your chest. So retract your shoulder blades, kind of stick your chest out, shoulders back, and keep your chest tight as you're doing this movement. It's not something that most people would think of doing, but I guarantee it improves the lift. So give that a go, and maybe comment below with what you think of that little cue. So obviously Tori here doing his seated laterals. He's absolutely jacked. Look at the size of his arms. I don't mind training with people during prep. Like a lot of people say, I just want to train on my own, focus and get it done. Leg days and stuff like that, I'm like that. I really like to just get in the zone and just go in there and make it happen. But upper body days, it's good to have someone to train with. It's good to someone spotting you, to chat to throughout the session and still get the intensity right up. Like we got this full session done in right on 60 minutes, and there was a lot of volume. Actually less than 60 minutes, so a lot of volume. After that, so we pretty much finished off delts with that last superset and moved on to some arms. So first exercise was the easy bar Skullcrusher. As you can see, I'm keeping my elbows facing the roof. Okay, so the only part of your arm that should be moving is from the elbow down. It's like a hinge movement from the elbow. So controlling the way down and then squeezing at the top. So just stretch and squeeze. That's all it is. That's all weights, lifting weights is just stretch and contraction. And on this exercise, it was just straight sets, so it wasn't a superset. We did 10, 8, and 6, so increasing the weight on each set. Barbell Skullcrushers, I didn't really do them that much in my off-season or improvement season, whatever you want to call it, but I do really enjoy them, and I've started doing them a little bit more now, especially with the easy bar. It's a relatively natural way for your wrists to be definitely a lot better than the straight bar anyway. Then went on to seated alternating dumbbell curls. Exactly the same rep scheme, 10, 8, 6, focusing on keeping chest out, shoulders back, elbow locked into that one position and squeezing at the top. So guys, 1 week into I guess my diet or a slight calorie deficit, currently doing no cardio. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about as well, is I'm not doing any cardio. And at this rate, there will probably be very minimal cardio throughout prep. If anything, maybe 1 session a week, which is pretty cool. I want to try and maintain as much size and fullness as I can, while getting as lean as I can. I won't be doing any low steady state slow long distance cardio or anything like that, unless I badly want to go for a run or something. But cardio will be kept to a very minimal amount. Then moved on to these V-bar or just standard bar cable press downs for triceps, supersetted with these dumbbell hammer curls coming across the body. I usually call these pinwheel curls, and this was for 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. So even though I'm coming across my body, I'm still trying to keep my elbow locked in the same spot. Okay, so really eliminating any momentum. As I start to fatigue, I might throw in a little bit of a, I guess you would call it a bit of a cheat just to get the weight up, but I'm still squeezing at the top, controlling the movement on the way back down. And I really like this movement. It's probably one of my favorite bicep exercises. Get a really good contraction and just squeezing every time you pull across your body. And then after this one, I finished off with rope presses. So tricep rope press. I do these kneeling. I don't even know why. I think it's because I get when I stand up and I do a rope press, the rope's just too far down. So unless I hold halfway up the rope, it just feels I'm not getting enough of a stretch at the top. So did these kneeling. Triceps were well and truly cooked at this stage. So as you can see towards the end of the set, form goes out the window a little bit, but I'm still trying to get that squeeze and trying to stay as strict as I can with my chest out and shoulders back. Now this final clip is just a little bit of an update of kind of where I was at. Had a bit of a pump, so I wanted to basically just do a bit of flexing in the mirror here, but I'm happy with where I'm at 1 week in, guys. If you got any questions, please comment below. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I'm enjoying doing them again, so thanks for watching, and I look forward to chatting to you guys in the next vlog.